and I do not wish to indulge in too much of it with a lengthy speech of the great things that I've done and why I make the perfect head girl candidate. Because that makes the entire agenda solely about me. Because I'm of the belief that the student council is a collective body. So before anything else, can we please give the council a huge round of applause? Thank you. I want to talk about the essence of a good leader. Is it about self-promotion, exercising authority, an intimidating appearance, or establishing control? These are questions that often revoke the inner philosopher in you. And before getting into the answer, I want to revisit an old memory. The memory of the school being an unfamiliar maze, a place where I didn't know many people, and not many people knew me. It was a time where everyone's awkward, and there's always a new kid in school. This time is not of 10 years ago. It's not of 5 years ago. In fact, it is of last year. I joined LPRO in grade 11, which shocks a lot of people. Because how can someone unfamiliar with the concept of bar A, B, and C even become the head girl in 2 years? My answer won't be something dramatic like ambitious goals or big dreams. It's simple. Efforts. Because unlike the abnormal student, I was constantly talking in class, very eager to participate, and I assure you I had no internet issues during online classes. My camera was always on. Soon, I was invited to join the newsletter committee by a teacher I consider very close to my heart now. Then I was elected as the vice head girl. All of this had everything to do with efforts. Because once you take efforts, you make connections. And I came across someone whose sense of humor and wisdom is beyond my describing ability. And then there was someone after that, and again and again. And before I knew it, I was a part of the community. I became the person that I most aspired to be. Someone who knew where I was from, what my origins were. Anywhere I go, I remember what I have learned here. So leadership, in my view, boils down to gratitude. It's often misconstructed as this relentless pursuit of power, where people are making fake promises and establishing their authority. They want to control, but not listen. They want to accomplish, but not learn. A flawed leader is driven by ego. They're the people who attribute their success entirely to themselves. That is not what leadership is. The initiatives taken by the council this year should be a reflection of these core values. So instead of a long list of things that I've done and what initiatives I'm willing to take this year, my only initiative this year will be initiative itself. It will be to let you decide, the council, what kind of a leader you wish to be and what kind of initiatives that you want to take. We often forget that we must learn to submit to those who have taught us what we know. That's what true leadership is. And for me, it's always been an outcome of the people that the universe has surrounded myself with. First of all, Director Principal Dr. Amrita Vohra. Ma'am, you are the epitome of a good leader. And if only every interview could be about a talk of books, I'd enjoy every bit of it. Next, I want to thank the person who took me into the newsletter committee, where it all began. You've taught me the importance of passion, the one and only Ritu ma'am. I cannot express how lucky I am to have a mentor such as her. And like I said, there are no words to express how much I appreciate her. And since she is an English teacher, it's not the best time to exhaust my vocabulary. And I also mentioned a person with a very good sense of humor. I'd be shocked if I have not convinced her to start her own therapy podcast yet. Pallavi ma'am. Every bad day, every rejection, every event, she's taught me the importance of positivity. I cannot express what a great privilege it is to have her in my life. I'd also like to thank another very special person, Sugandha ma'am. Every year when the notifications for the council goes out, students are excited. They light up with thunder. We have very unique campaign posters going out. It is evident that every student longs to be in the student council. And I think it's a pure outcome of the unwavering efforts by Sugandha ma'am. Ma'am, it's often said that you are one in a million. However, you are everything to us. You are a million in one. And of course, Aarti ma'am, Devoshri ma'am, Natasha ma'am, Sunamani ma'am, I could take up a whole day of thanking teachers. Because I call them my mothers. And while I affectionately call all teachers my mothers, I am very, very lucky to have a real mother who is also a teacher. You know, she's the reason I value gratitude so much. Because she's always said one very important thing. No matter how far ahead you go in life, always remember your origins. And that is the basis of my speech today. And of course, how can I overlook the man who spared me from worrying about applied math this moment, because he clears every doubt I have. He's taught me the importance of realism, practicality, and experimentation. And you can probably tell that he's a science guy. Moving forward, I would like to express my gratitude to the convener and the head boy. You see, we're not just professionally related, we're very good friends. First, Prakeet Sharma, who has a very questionable humor. Whenever it comes to work, he's exceptionally efficient. And I assure you, his voice is not just a tool to dictate the revision questions in class. He speaks with impact and creates a change. And of course, it's tradition for me to say the ending of my speech for our head boy, Mr. Neil Sarikar. We do so much together that every conversation we have turns from I into we. Even though our very heated intellectual discussions often involve a lot of yelling, they always yield positive outcomes because that's who we are. We remember the weight of our responsibilities. Together, Prakeet, Neil, and I hope to make this council overflowing with initiatives. I urge the council to remember what I have said. Gratitude above all. This is your grandma, Arushi Rohilla. Thank you so much.